Hi guys and girls, welcome back to Watch the Time. Thanks for tuning back in. Thanks for coming back to see me. I'm really pleased you've done so, and I'm exceptionally pleased to finally bring you the review for the Belhamel Contra A39. I was aware of their previous model, the A40. I said this in my watchable video. When I was talking to Fuad, which I do like talking to brand owners, I got such a good feeling from him. He's so passionate. He's got all good intentions. This watch is so good, yeah, off the bat. His competitors were complaining it's too cheap because it's making them look bad. What does that tell you? Fuad, that's outstanding. Like I said, £399. What you're getting is a whole lot of watch. Maybe not in size, but the way it's constructed, the way it's put together, the materials used, beautiful crystal, nice high beat movement, nice finishing. My first impressions when I took it out of the box, when I showed you guys, I didn't want to say too much because I could get it wrong. But I was like, oh, wow. Does that continue to be the case? So I'm going to leave the link for the watch in the description. It's limited edition, guys. So there's 500 of each color. You got black and blue. Once they're gone, they're gone. So act fast. But yeah, like I said, by the time we get to the end of the video, you know, for you, if it is, like I said, use the link. If it's not, maybe I'll feature something before in the future. But this one looks good. So sit back, relax. It's about that time to get the camera turned around and get on with it. Hi guys, so this is the watch. I've started taking out of the outer cardboard box because it was quite substantial. I struggled to get it in shot. This is the packaging you've seen before. Underneath, you'll see I've taken 2 links out for it to fit my wrist. It still is not on that adjustable clasp. There seems to be a few teething issues with that. I think they're going to stick with the fully milled clasp. If anything changes, I will put a post up. But for now, Fuad is saying that he's just going to leave it on the fully milled clasp. It was only going to be an extra thing they might include, so I don't expect to receive it because obviously where there's teething problems with it, I don't think they want people to keep contacting them and say it's not working. But yeah, this is the watch. What side are we on? It's right the first time, so come on. There we are. So look at that beautiful little thing. Let me just get it out of the box. You'll recognize the sort of packaging they've used. Other companies have used similar velvet material inside, orange with some information on the top. And then let me just put all this to the side so we can just fully focus on the watch itself. So this is the Belhamel Contra A39. This is the black one. I'll bring the blue one up next to me so you can get a good idea maybe what's more in keeping with your taste. But I've really enjoyed spending time with this watch. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but there's far more good things about this watch than bad. So yeah, the Contra A39. Inside this watch, it's running a Miyota 9039 movement. I'll bring some information up about that movement now. This movement is fantastic. It's the no-date variant of the 9000 series of movements that Miyota do. It's been running really well. I've had really no complaints, to be honest. This is literally gaining about a second a day, which is quite phenomenal. Goes and goes, known entity, and like I say, the 4K series or 9000 series of movements by Miyota is definitely one of my favorites, and yeah, beautiful looking thing as well. So there we are. The construction of the watch, aside from the crystal, is all 316L stainless steel, so predominantly brushed. You've got a couple of a faceted edge going down the side of the case. You've got brushing, a little bit of polishing on the. But I do like the way they've done the links. They're very thin. You can see how they've done faceted edges on the links as well. Same on the clasp, a bit on the back. But it's all 316L stainless steel, quick release. But like I said, mainly brushed. But yeah, I've got those polished edges just to sort of show off their sort of finishing and stuff. And I found it to be really good in practicalities. The crown is signed as well. Got the logo on there. But yeah, looking very good. The case thickness of the watch is 11.7 millimeters. The case diameter, I measured from 8 to the 2. It was coming in at 39.1 millimeters. And when you go from 9 to the 3, including the crown, it was coming out at 42.5 millimeters. The lug width on this is 20. That does taper down to 16 and back up to 17.5 mil at the clasp. And the lug to lug, tip to tip of the watch is coming in at 47.1 millimeters. So pretty good proportions there, guys. I think you'll agree. That's going to fit a whole lot of wrist sizes. and not going to look out of place under a shirt either in terms of the proportions. So yeah, looking pretty cool. The crown is situated at the 3 o'clock, as I mentioned before. Screw down case back. We've got some information on there. I did mention in my watch all video that it has got a number on there denoting which one, because it is 500 now. Once they get to 500, there's no more. So I've got 145, and I do think these are going to be selling pretty good. So I would get over there if you get an opportunity, especially with the price in front of me. Yeah, quite favourable with what you're getting. And then what you got now is you got the bezel wallet. You take a listen. I found this bezel to be a pleasure to operate. You'll see no bounce, no back play. I'll show you in just a moment. Lines up bang on, which really is all you really want in a bezel. But like I said, it lines up nicely, stainless steel, nicely finished with the brushing and stuff. Got the orange accent on there, as you do with bits and pieces on the dial and the hands. But yeah, lines up bang on, no bounce, no back play. Good coiling as well. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Like I said, a bit of taper on the bracelet. I measured the links. I never normally do. The links were coming in at 2.7 millimeters. And the only reason I sort of measured them, because I wanted to see, they felt really thin, and they are, and they feel really super, really comfortable. Like I said, nicely finished. A couple of mils of taper down to the fully milled clasp, which is also all signed, which I'm sure you'd expect it to be. The crystal covering the dial is a sapphire crystal, and I've got 3 lights that I use to do these videos, and I found actually it's been really, really cool in terms of lighting. When you wear it outside as well, honestly, there's times it looks like there's no crystal whatsoever. So that's really testament to the AR coating they put on. The water resistance is cited as being on 300 meters, so that'll be 30 atmospheres on. You can see that on the dial as well. And the weight would appear in the top right. So with those 2 links taken out, it was coming in at just over 130 grams. So that is not bad, is it? That really is not bad. Really nice proportions, good weight. But let's have a look at the dial now, guys, in a bit more detail. So you've got quite a pronounced minute track go around the outer edge. I think it looks really, really nice, to be honest. Every hour, you have an orange sort of line denoting there. Inside the minute track, you've got applied buttons everywhere. You've got an inverted triangle at the 12, slightly larger other indices at the 3, 6, and 9, and slightly smaller everywhere else. I do like the way the indices have been done. I like the way the hands have been done. They look to go with each other. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes when people are choosing hands and indices, I don't see that they always go. But with this, that certainly isn't the problem. Definitely matches up really, really nicely. Like I said, matte black dial. You got Belhamel printed on to the dial just below that inverted triangle at the 12 o'clock. You got Contra A39 300M just printed on just above the baton at the 6. And like I say, for me, the proportions of the hand as well, where you see where they reach out to, I think they're millimeter perfect, to be honest. I like the fact that the second the hand kisses the inside, it goes just a little bit past the minute track. The minute hand goes just short of there, just kissing it, the tip of it. And the same with the hour hand in terms of the inside of the indices and stuff. I think in terms of the proportions, in terms of the tolerances and stuff they've used for lots of this watch, they really have nailed it. Looking really, really nice. And now you're wondering, sorry, does it have loom? Of course it has loom, and I'm going to bring it up now. So the loom on this, on the hands and indices, I can't knock it in any way, shape or form. The loom is really, really good. Where it falls short, and you're going to see that as the video degrades as we go through it, is the loom pip goes from being seen to invisible in the same sort of time. So that's a little bit disappointing. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't expecting that. It's a relatively new company, and I'm sure these are teething problems they will get rid of. But I was expecting the loom pip to be a bit better than that. I was a bit surprised, and it did leave me a little disappointed when I saw that. But the loom itself is good. And like I say, I've spent weeks with this now, to be honest, and there's much more good than bad. You'll see that in a moment. But yeah, the loom pip, a shame. Like I said, Miyota 9039 movement inside. Take the crown out. You'll see it just hacks. Put it back in, it will start back up again. Turn the crown away from you. You can add some juice into it. Like I said, if you screw it back up, no problems. What I tend to do at times, I will screw there. I could feel it was lined up, but sometimes if you're having problems with the crown, I normally screw towards me and then put it back, because then you make sure you don't thread it. Um, but yeah, that's everything going on there. That's the hands, indices, loom, dial, movement. Let me just pop it on the wrist quickly, give you an idea of what it looks like on my wrist. Okay, so guys, this is what it looks like on me. So like I said, 2 links out. I'm not using the micro adjustment. I'm on the lowest part of the micro adjustment. So I've got a bit of adjustment there. You'll see how it plays with the light bracelet. The bracelet's really nice. The dial's lovely. Stainless steel bezel. Hands and indices looking really good. Yeah, there is much to like about this watch. What do you all think? Okay, so guys and girls, that'll now take me swiftly on to what I think is pants and pucker about the watch. If you've ever watched before, you know I always start with pants. I like to go on a higher with pucker. So what I think is pants. I say plants. I don't know what I'm saying plants for. It's definitely pants. Is there's 3 things. One is, like someone said, a clasp. I would like them to have come with a on-the-fly just clasp, given it sort of like a dive type watch. This clasp is fine, not offensive at all. They have tried to introduce it as an added extra. I found that it didn't really work. I couldn't get it to open, like in terms of the adjustment. It wouldn't move. It was stiff and stuck in place. But yeah, I like that class to be sorted and on the watch installed generally. And the 2 other things I want to mention is the loom pip. In terms of you'd have seen the loom just fades away really quickly. And finally, what I would say is there's dust on the hand. So the minute hand, I'll bring it up to you now. You'll be able to see just along there. There's dust on the hand. I'll bring a picture up now as well. Unfortunate, to be honest. These QC things do happen, but it's a shame when it does. I could quite easily take it out and just puff the dial off, but yeah, it shouldn't really be there. So the 3 things I'm going to mention is I'll go with the clasp, loom pip, and dust on the hands. What I think is pucker considerably more. I'm going to go with the crystal clarity. As I say, it's very difficult in studio conditions where you've got loads of lights for it to seem like it's not. But yeah, the crystal clarity is really, really good. Hands and indices, like I say, these for me are fantastic. I know there's a little bit of dust on one of the hands, but in terms of the way they're done, the way they're designed, the way they're finished, I think they're excellent, high polished. The loom, so the loom on the hands and indices, again, really, really good, last a long, long time. The bezel, I showed you just a moment ago, the bezel's fantastic. No bounce, no back play, lines up perfectly, coined really well. Not much more you could ask for. The movement, the high beat Miyota movement, the correct movement in the watch as well, which is also good to see with no date movement being on a no date watch. The bracelet, this bracelet is super comfortable. Like I said, I like the fact they've gone through the hassle of the faceted edges on the side and inside the links as well. A little bit more craftsmanship, a little bit more premium, and it feels fantastic for it. No sharp edges due to that. The size of the watch, I think is bang on. I don't like watches too big, so this is definitely tickling my fancy. And the final thing I'm going to mention is the general look. You'll definitely see comparisons of maybe a more well-known watch, maybe two well-known watches. But I do think they've done it really well in the terms of, like, I do like the orange with the black. Yeah, I do, and is it the turquoise just with the Contra A39? Yeah, I think they've done really well with the colorways. Really, really striking looking watch. And again, it's so beautiful. It could also be a dressy diver, really, given the proportions as well. So yeah, the general look. So just to surmise, I'll go to crystal clarity, hands and indices, loom, bezel, movement, bracelet, size, and the general look of the watch. And that'll take me on to, would I recommend this watch? And I mean, for a watch company in their infancy, really, this is their second watch. I think it's an absolutely great proposition. I'm not saying it's perfect, but I don't really know if there's any such thing at the minute. But I think this is an excellent watch, and I would recommend it. I think it's really, really nice. It's one I've really enjoyed spending time with, and I'm sure I'm going to have it for a while now. But guys and girls, please let me know what you think about this watch. More importantly, and maybe any other watches you may want to see on the channel. And as always say, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and always watch your time. Take care, guys. All the very best.